You're doing three things wrong on your UGC portfolio. One, you're talking about yourself. Two, you're not demonstrating that you understand what the brand needs. And three, all portfolios look the same. The UGC industry is about to take off and you need to stand out, and that's what this portfolio is going to do. So let's just jump right into it. So this portfolio has about 16 sections, and the reason that there are so many is because for every section I created 2 of them, and you can pick which one you like best. All links in the description below. So right here, as you can see, the only time that you mention your name is really, really tiny up here. Because let me tell you, marketers don't care about your name. And I know in a lot of portfolios, everyone's like, put your name in huge. It's like, no. It's like on your resume. If you have your name in huge, you're doing it wrong. It should be talking about your accomplishments and what you're able to provide that company that you're applying for. Same for your UGC portfolio. What can you offer the company that they don't already have? So here you have your name. You identify that you are a UGC content creator, or just creator, because C is content. Beautiful. And here you tell them what your mission is. Because right now everyone is like, UGC, I want to make money. How do you stand out? You tell them your mission, why you're doing this to begin with. So here I wrote an example: on a mission to help 1,000 brands outperform their last quarter. You don't want to say anything in terms of revenue, anything concrete, because they will hold you to that. You don't want to say, hey, I help you increase revenue, because then they'll say like, oh, well, we'll see. And because you have no control over the revenue that they make, you can't promise that. So let's continue. Then here, a very, very short description. UGC content is the best way to build a community around your brand. And then I put a little bit about me. With 8 years of marketing experience creating content and storytelling, I'm excited to help you reach your content goals. So just kind of introduces who I am and also what I'm here to accomplish. Now, right off the bat, I wrote the type of videos that I'm able to do and which industries I want to help. Obviously, if you can change this to whatever you want. But what's important about this front page is that your name is tiny, because nobody cares about your name, and what you want to help them with. So if we go to the second version of this first slide, okay, let's take out that content. So let's say you focus on a niche and you're just in makeup. Then make sure your front page is just targeted towards makeup. Helping makeup brands one video at a time. UGC content is the best way to cut through the noise and build a strong brand. I focus on creating content for makeup brands. I help them stand out from their competitors and encourage their target audience to try their products. That sounds a lot better than, hi, I'm Gen Z. I grew up in Ohio. And I'm not hating on those people, because that's what we were all told to do. But trust me, this is better. You will stand out. Types of videos you do, and the industry, I only put one here. And then the types of editing that you do, because I'm sure we don't do like crazy graphics and stuff. So right there, a really good introduction. Then you obviously want to show off your work. And I've seen a lot of creators put this slide or this section, and I think it's great the way it is. The only thing I want to emphasize is that for every video that you put in your portfolio, type out which industry it is and what type of video it is. So is it makeup and a voiceover? Is it food industry and, I don't know, storytelling? Like, what is it? Because people going through your profile, if they're in food, they're going to be looking for food. They'll watch your other videos, but they will directly go to the food video if they're in the food industry. So help them with that process. I also saw someone have a really good recommendation, and they said instead of putting like 1,000 of your videos at the top, put 3 here and then right click here for more examples, and then you'll see later I put 3 others at the bottom if you have 6. So moving on, there's always one section I hate that everyone puts, and that is, what is UGC? So although I don't like this section, I still put it in just in case you guys wanted it, but I took it up a notch. So I wrote UGC facts and the source, by the way, because no one has a source. So UGC-based ads get 4 times higher click-through rates and a 50% drop in cost per click than average. 79% of people say UGC highly impacts their purchasing decisions. As few as 16% of brands have a strategy regarding user-generated content. Sounds great, right? If you guys don't understand that, let me know in the comments below. But what does that mean for the marketer that's reviewing your portfolio, or the entrepreneur, or the CEO, the founder? Like, what does that tell them? So I put, what do these facts mean for your business? So let's review. Higher click-through rate and a 50% drop in cost per click. What does that mean? It improves the results of your PPC campaigns with user-generated content. For 79% of people that say UGC highly impacts their purchasing decisions, what does that mean for your business? Ensure that UGC is part of your social media strategy to speed up the buying cycle. UGC here is saying, this fact is saying like, hey, people make a purchase based on UGC content that they saw. And finally, as few as 16% of brands have a strategy regarding user-generated content. That means not a lot of brands have it. What does that mean for your business? Be one of the first to leverage this up-and-coming strategy. Stand out from your competition with user-generated content. So instead of just talking about UGC facts, you're giving them the ammunition, you're getting them excited to invest in this strategy. So let's continue. Now there's one section that I have not seen anyone do yet, but I think can be very beneficial. The reason, you're telling these brands how you work before you get in bed with them. Very beneficial. They see your process, they see if they like it, they see if they don't like it, they can bring up questions, etc., etc. You get all of that out of the way right away. And what's also beneficial about this section is that a lot of companies, especially in the service sector, they have this on their website. They have step 1, 2, 3 process on how to work with them. Why not steal that from so many industries that are already doing it and put it in our profiles? So the one here I put, it was very descriptive. And then I kind of made it look different here so you can adjust according to your own process. You can also just make this 3 and make the font bigger, but I just put 6. So here I have 8 and here I have 6 steps. Really telling them how you work and what you expect from them and what they can expect from you. So moving forward, this section, I also not sure if I like it or not. I'm not sure. But I put it in because everyone's at different stages in their UGC journey. So I put it in because I know a lot of people like it. Videos and photos, just very simple with the prices. Obviously, you can change up how many videos and how many images are in each bundle. And then in the descriptions, I create short form content for brands in various industries. The prices below are for 15-second videos. Oh yes. I find a lot of portfolios don't specify how long their videos are, and maybe you can exclude it so that you can discuss with the brand that you're talking to. However, I think it should be specified right off the bat. I think you should just tell them. If you're going to tell them the prices, you might as well tell them what these prices are for. And then while you're conversing, then you can bring up, hey, if you want longer videos, I'm going to have to charge extra. So now on the photo side, here are the prices for product images. Product images are great for websites, social media, emails, and ads. Make sure they are picturing working with you and how amazing that will be, because you just understand what they need. And then pricing, if you don't do photos, I put this other option. Also, all of these that are blank should be pictures of you. The next section I think is one of the most important. And I created 3 versions of this section so you can pick which one is best suited for your business and where you are in your journey. And that is results. So you can easily do results by just showing previous videos like we have up top. But to take it to the next level, really talking about campaigns that you've done and working with previous clients and what you did for them. Ooh. So here's an example where I talk about 3 different campaigns. Now, the things that you write here will vary, and you will have to talk to the brand after you've worked with them to find out these results. So there's a little bit extra effort, but I think that will really make you stand out. So here are just examples. Increase in click-through rate on ads by 24% for a health and wellness brand. Increased email campaigns click-through rate by 14% for an activewear brand. Helped a tech brand gain social credibility by increasing their follower count by over 100%. Whatever, I just made things up, okay? But this is where you casually talk about a brand that you worked with, where you know some numbers, you know some outcomes, and you can casually talk about it here in 1 to 2 sentences. Alternatively, if you only have 1, that's fine. Just make these much bigger, maybe add a little bit more detail. And if you really don't like this section, I created another version of it. Proven ROI. So that means return on investment. That means if I spend $200 to have someone create a video for me, am I going to get that $200 back? How much is that $200 going to get me? So this is more of a use case, really explaining why the brand came to work with you to begin with, how you help them, and then the results of that. So it's more of a story. And in all of these cases so far, you never have to mention the brand name, which is really good because you don't necessarily have to get their permission to talk about it. You just say activewear brand, food brand. They don't need to know. So here I split it up into 3 sections. Assessment. In a previous campaign with a food brand, they were looking for UGC creators to promote their new strawberry flavored smoothie using digital ads. So that's a little specific. You might want to ask for their permission for this one. But you kind of just present this scenario. Then solution. We collaborated on 3 short form pieces of content. Each one had a different style and highlighted a different benefit of their smoothies. Results. Consumers loved the video content. That's how I picture you guys reading it. Engagement increased by 24% on their TikTok page. We are currently finalizing a new contract to work with each other again. So again, you have to talk to the brand, find out what happened, but doing a use case like this really lays it out. And the people reading it are like, yeah, we want this too. Oh yeah. And then if you get their permission, then you can put the video that's associated to this. It's not just put a picture of yourself. And then here's another way to show how amazing you are, and that is to get actual testimonials. So I just wrote this as a sample, and I wrote, working with Lisa has helped our brand find out exactly what content our audience engages with the most. I would recommend working with Lisa. We can't wait to work with her again. If you guys need help with reaching out to brands for testimonials, storytelling for your case studies, let me know. I can do a whole other video on that. That section is quite important, and I find like portfolios don't really have it, but it'll really probably your closing rate. You'll really stand out. Another section that I saw, Actually, I don't even think it was in a portfolio. I just saw it on a website and I'm like, that would be good in the portfolio as well. Frequently asked questions. So you put the questions that people have been asking you like crazy. I just put these 3 random ones and put answers to them, but you put whatever you want. Whatever people are asking you the most, I would definitely put here. You want to make sure that the responses, the answers to the questions that you're writing are positive. So let's say, do you offer long-term contracts? You don't want to just say no. You want to say maybe something like, unfortunately, at this time, I am not offering long-term contracts, but we could discuss something along the lines that might meet your needs, something like that. You want to make it all positive. So this is one look that I created for you guys for frequently asked questions, and then here's another one, and you pick which one you like the best. And then we're moving on to the final sections, and this part is quite important. Here it always says, let's work together. Like raise your hand if it has that at the bottom of your portfolio. Everyone just rose their hand. But you don't want to encourage them to work with you. You want to encourage them to take the next step. And that is to email you, talk to you, maybe have a meeting. So you want to slowly bring them along the customer journey. You don't want to just kind of push them off the edge. You want to guide them. So here, let's talk about next steps. Reach out here or here. Now, make sure each one of these, obviously if you don't have all of them, just delete the ones you don't have, but make sure you link them so that they can just go boop and then go to your TikTok, or boop and then go to your Instagram. You have to make that noise when you click them. And then your email, link it. So that's one option for this section. And then here's another option, which I think I like even better. You guys, I'm going to rock your world right now. Schedule a meeting here. Make it so that they don't have to take extra steps. Forget about them linking to this, like just clicking and then finding you and writing you a message. Just make them schedule a meeting right in your calendar. And you're going to do that with Calendly. I'll link it below. Calendly, you make it's like a free form where people sign up and it links to your calendar. So easy. So easy. And nobody's talking about it. This is something you definitely need as a UGC creator. If you're not going to put your phone number, make them schedule a meeting. Super easy. If you need a video about that, let me know as well, but it's pretty straightforward. And finally, the section I was talking to you guys about before. Okay, so it's not going to scroll all the way down, but basically what you see just says thank you at the bottom. And again, you can put more short form content examples if you have 6 of them. If you only have 3, then just keep the top one. But all in all, this portfolio is backed by marketing. It will help demonstrate your knowledge about what these brands need, and it'll help you stand out. Like no other portfolios look like this. This is really, really going to help you, and let me know if it does. I'll leave the link to this portfolio below in the description. And yeah, let me know if you have questions or comments, and I would be happy to chat. Also, let's say bye to Dwayne, my fish. Good night. Bye, lovelies.